opportunity to recognize 17 exceptional young men and women, along with their families, for their tireless support of the Lakota Athletic Department and the Lakota High School. First this evening, representing the boys golf team, please welcome Nick Collins, escorted by Beth and Greg Collins. Please welcome Trevor Corson, escorted tonight by Nikki Boomershine and Ben Corson. Also with the boys golf team, please welcome Ethan Height, escorted tonight by Paul and Robin Height. Our next senior for the boys golf team is Bobby Horseman, escorted tonight by Robert and Charlotte Horseman. With the boys golf team, please welcome Ben Isom, escorted tonight by Todd and Maria Isom. Our next senior this evening with the boys golf team is Logan Stagnolo, escorted tonight by Jeremy and DJ Stagnolo. Our final senior with the boys golf team, he is Walker Wood, escorted tonight by Dan and Stacy Wood. Moving on to the cross-country team, we have Allie Ackerman, escorted tonight by Brian and Cindy Ackerman. Also with the cross-country team, we have Meredith Brown, escorted tonight by Matt and Lauren Brown. On the next senior with the cross-country team, please welcome Locklear Butts, escorted tonight by Lincoln and Lisa Butts. Also with the cross-country team, please welcome Derek Niehaus, escorted tonight by Patricia and Maya Niehaus. Also with the cross-country team, we have Haley Still, escorted tonight by Kristen and Natalie Still, along with Madeline. Our final senior tonight with the cross-country team, please welcome Brooke Wilson, escorted tonight by Brant Wilson and Kimberly Reber. Representing girls golf team, please welcome Alexis Park, escorted tonight by Al and Melissa Park. Our final senior with the girls golf team, Claire Diesel, escorted tonight by Dave and Melissa Diesel. Our final senior this evening, she's with the girls tennis team. Please welcome Abigail Price, escorted tonight by Jason and Alina Price. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a collective round of applause for this year's fall senior class. Thank you to them and your families. At this time, with Lakota East and Lakota West administration, please meet at the 50-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line as the Angel 14 Foundation Board of Directors and members of the Lakota East and Lakota West administration honor a very special Lakota West graduate, Dylan Jones. Jacob Dylan Jones was a 21-year-old life who touched so many people and who ministered to young and old. Dylan was and will be fondly remembered for his infectious smile, his majestic ability to see everyone for who they were, and for the love and energy that he put into everything that he did. He was a breath of fresh air that entered the rooms or a joyous anticipation to all who welcomed him in. Dylan left this side of heaven too soon, but will always be remembered by his family, friends, and now through a legacy of support to others. Dylan graduated from West. Growing up, he played football in the Tomahawk organization and had many friends on the east side of the district. He will be remembered by both schools and throughout our community. At this time, we would like to offer a moment of silence to honor Dylan's memory. The Angel 14 Foundation and ministry was created in Dylan's honor to help support those who suffer through adversities in life and who might need help navigating the journey. Our hope is that all the Angel 14 Foundation will help young people find resources for whatever your difficulties or adversities might be, and will always be a safe place to seek spiritual support and guidance. Dylan will be known as our Angel 14, and his big spirit will forever be a guide to his family and friends, as well as those who supported the foundation. Thank you. tonight, joining us with coin toss from the United States Marine Corps with Sergeant Christopher Lang. Please take a moment and please stand and show your appreciation for one of our nation's many heroes. Please support Sergeant Lang and all the brave men and women that sacrifice so much to protect our freedom. Thank you for coming out to the Hawks Nest for tonight's football game. Please enjoy a pregame entry brought to you by Player Sports Grill. For all your pre- and post-game festivities, please visit Player Sports Grill. For your Thunderhawks.
welcome to Lakota East High School, home of the Thunderhawks. Tonight in the Hawks Nest, we have a Lakota version of the crosstown shootout between your Lakota East Thunderhawks and the Lakota West Firebirds. So from Westchester to Liberty Township, this is the place to be. I'm Dave Royce with my partner in the booth, Ken Yablonsky. Ken, great to have you back here in the booth. We got another head-to-head rivalry here, East versus West. What do you think we'll see tonight between these two teams?
So Dave, it's always an intriguing matchup here. You know, you've got teams with opposite records right now. Lakota West coming in 5-2, East coming in 1-6. So the records are the records, but Lakota East, Lakota West, always a fight, always a great game to watch. Everything goes out the window with East-West, and looking forward to a great game. We're going to break in the action, Dave, and watch our national anthem here.
Absolutely, Ken. Totally agree as we get ready for kickoff here as the American Legion 681 come out with the colors here, and we will pause as the band plays the national anthem. And a special thing tonight, Ken, the ALS classes from both East and West are going to be signing the national anthem.
Great rendition of our national anthem, like you said, Dave. Both sign language students from each school coming together to bring that. We also had a very special presentation pregame here. The Angel 14 Foundation was given a presentation. Dylan Jones, whose life was taken quickly, was a player for East. Friends with a lot of these athletes from East and West, including my son, one of them, was good friends with Dylan, and life cut too short, but they had a very nice ceremony and presentation for Dylan pregame.
Absolutely great moments here this before pregame today, Ken, with that, and recognizing all the other senior athletes of all the other sports, cross country and the other sports that are in the fall time here. So it's breezy. The sun's still out. It's a great night for Friday Night Lights here in the Hawks Nest as we get ready to get started with this kickoff, Ken, as you mentioned. You know, East coming off of a loss to Sycamore 38-30, and West with a big victory over Oak Hills 59-7. So you know, we sometimes like to say throw records out when a crosstown shoot it is. I think both sides of this field are fired up. I was down on the field at pregame, hearing guys getting really hyped up here as this is a big rivalry here in Westchester Liberty Township. As you saw the bands in the house, you heard the band, the student section. Give a shout out to our student announcers, right? They did a joint little pregame show. It was nice. West and East student broadcast team was down there in front of the Hawks Nest there. As you can see, the students are all in black, the team's in black, so we're ready to get this thing kicked off here as both teams start to come out for the lineup. But yeah, we want to shout out to our military, first responders, and all the veterans that are out there. Great veterans group out there presenting the colors tonight. So hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bring the dogs in, get the popcorn out, sit down, and hopefully you get a good show tonight here between East and West. Yeah, a lot of activity here at the Hawks Nest. Great weather, a little breezy, but absolutely gorgeous temperatures. Packed house on both sides. Sun is just about setting now, and we are in for a treat. Lakota style Friday Night Lights. Absolutely. West is going to kick off, and East is going to receive the ball to start our game. And as we're waiting for kickoff, we'll give a shout out to Westchester Cable TV as we bring this game live to you guys. Nothing but the best out there, camera crew, guys down in the truck bringing this to you. So anytime you can like or shout out to Westchester Cable, do that, because they do a phenomenal job bringing these sports from both Lakota East and West to the local community.
And the right leg of Brandon Brenner gets it off. That's going to be a deep kick into the end zone, and the Hawks are going to start on their own 25.
So nice kickoff, like you said, Ken. The breeze may be a factor here. It is blowing pretty much west to east, so we'll see how that goes. We saw the flag is definitely stiff going west to east, so we'll see how that plays with any kicking game. West kicker did, I think, have a 41-yard field goal last week, which is pretty phenomenal for high school sports in the kicking game. And so both kickers are good. So we'll see how that goes. Herr has done his due diligence for the Hawks. So
East will start in a 4 wide receiver formation. Kitna drops back to pass, and that's caught in the flat.
Nice play right there. Yeah, Ken. JT goes quickly out to the flat. And I think that's going to be a first down to Ryder.
Yeah, Ryder Hooks with the catch, and good yards after the catch there. Just a short little fling to the outside. Empty backfield for the Hawks to start. Totally different look than years past.
Ryder had a great play last week over at Sycamore. Same kind of setup, a little flat to the right side, made a move, broke a tackle, went in for a touchdown. That was big on the part of their comeback. Just kind of ran out of a little bit of time there against Sycamore last week in that 30-38 loss.
So Kitna under center here, Hooks in the backfield, tight end goes in motion, handoff, no, Kitna keeps.
Looking downfield, Ken, nice throw and a catch by Andy Vogelman right at the 40-yard line. As Andy's been working his way back, had a great early season, got hurt there in the Colerain game, and has been just working his way back into the...
Very short-handed. We're going to see this again. We see Kitna roll out and throws a strike to Vogelman, who can just dive on the ground and scoop it in. Nice catch.
Yeah, Andy had those 2 big catches in a few broadcasts ago that I thought was going to be ESPN highlights. Beat himself up a little bit there with his body on some of those catches and had to sit out 2 games, but he's slowly coming back. Big catch for him, big gain for the Thunderhawks.
Inside handoff there to Hooks, and Hooks is going to get about 5 yards on that carry.
He's my guy, Ken, number 24, Ryder Hooks, man. He brings the pail every week, and I'll tell you what, you know, this kid's averaging high 100s every game. Now Sycamore really put a stop on him. Really kind of slowed down the running game here for the Hawks, so we'll see if they can bring that back here tonight as JT goes again out to that quick pass to the flat, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards there.
Yeah, quick strike to Zion Neal there, and just short of the first down, but definitely positive yards on the play, and East has all cylinders moving so far. It's going to bring
Zion,
up 3rd and short.
One of those favorite targets of JT. Kitna.
Neal is 2nd in the GMC in receiving yards right now. Kitna 1st in the GMC in passing yards.
Yep, 502 for Zion, and Jameson's got 1,347 yards, to your point there, Ken.
We're going to get a false start here. West is pointing to the east end, who moved a little bit before the snap. False start, that's going to cause it to be 3rd and 7.
So that breeze right in our face in the press box tonight.
You know,
it's either the sun or the wind, whichever, but we'll take either one.
We were talking earlier, Dave, about the penalties for Lakota East. They self-implode a lot of times, and that's another case where they had 3rd and 2. See if they can overcome here. Moving back 5 yards on 3rd down. Kitna's dropping back to pass. He's looking downfield. Nobody's open. He's going to run.
Now he's got to need to tuck that ball in, as he loves to hold that ball out quite a bit. That cost him one time last week. But back to your point, Ken, with the penalties, it has been the Achilles heel to the Hawks, right? Not only a lot of penalties, 70, 80, 101, I think, yards last week, but at critical times, right? Critical penalties at critical times that they just need to clean up and be able to keep this offense on the field and moving down.
And a good job overcoming on that play to gain enough for the first down and keep this drive going. Kitna back to pass. He's looking deep.
He's got a man right there. Kind of threw him a little under.
Intended for Neal and broken up by Bukhari Miles there. Both jumping up. That was a good defensive play. A good throw, a good route, a good defensive play. That's good football there. To see this again.
Yeah, Miles is there for the D as JT drops back. Gets a good step in that. Typically he's been thrown a little beyond his receiver, so nice to see him not overthrown him. That time was a little underthrown, and Zion had to go up and fight for that with a lot of white shirts, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Hawks are going to go back 4 wide again, 4 receiver, 5 receiver set there, spread offense, 2nd and 10.
Got a great look at this, Ken, right out in front of us. JT throws back, goes a little high, looking for number 8,
11.
I believe.
Looks like 11. Derek Williams was the intended receiver. We've got a penalty on the play. And Hawks are starting to walk backwards here. Could be a hold.
So, you know, get those first couple of snaps, get the jitters out, right? A couple of these guys, this is their last, you know, crosstown shootout here, east-west, right? A couple of seniors.
Yep.
Little chatter apparently going back and forth between the teams we heard about, which is all good and fun sometimes, so as long as they keep it fun.
An illegal formation on that play, and West declined the penalty because of the incompletion, so it'll maintain 3rd and 10.
But you, just like you were talking about the young man to the tribute, knowing both East and West kids, a lot of East transfers over to West here that are seniors on this field.
Yeah, LeBron Penny Powell, one of them, who you said signed yesterday
with Notre Dame. So JT takes it, tucks it, goes, steps out of bounds.
Gains about 6, going to be short of the first down marker, and another penalty flag, Dave.
And hopefully that's not against East, or that's going to negate a nice run, which was going to bring up. Yep, looks like it's going to be coming back.
Cannot have these penalties if you want to compete with a team like Lakota West.
Right. Again, crucial times too, right? Holding.
It's going to be 3rd and 20 now, and Hawks have dug themselves yet another hole.
Real big hole here, Ken. Just over midfield, and they were looking in good shape. Now, like you said, 3rd and 20, puts the ball back about the 44-yard line, and this is a tall task to ask this offense to try to get 20 yards in one play. So we'll see what Coach Kittner calls up here. Does he think in two plays here? If he can get 12 or 15.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine. Kittner rolls out and another.
We're going to get another flag on that.
And that
almost just missed. As I think they're going to get rider hooks again for holding. I'm not too for sure on that one, Ken. Looked like he let go.
So here's the thing. That's another penalty, but it's not going to go in the stats because Loess is going to decline that.
Right.
So when we talk about the number of penalties against East, those are the penalties accepted.
Right.
Think of all the penalties that are declined right now. So, you know, East is going to have to punt it away. They had a good sustained drive. Took.
Yeah, would have liked to seen there if they could get a 12 or 15-yard pass and bring up 3rd and 7 or 8, you know, around the 42-yard line if they were going to punt or maybe go for it. So that negates all that. Is
Jason Sanders is in the punt,
and he's been fulfilling the duties quite well now. As bad snap as he picks it up. Barely, no, doesn't get it off. It's going to get blocked and returned.
That's a kick 6
for 6 on the bad snap.
Lakota West. Speaking of Benny Tabron Benny, the aforementioned transfer from East to West, signee with Notre Dame, blocks the player. I don't know if he was the one that blocked it, but he was the one that scooped and scored.
I think he's going to get the credit for the block off of a really bad snap, and I think it just found its way to hit him, really, to be honest. We'll see here on the replay after the PAT, but not the start the Hawks are looking for here at all, to give up a free 6.
Yeah, big turn of events here. You're driving well, you're sustaining your drive, you get a couple penalties, but here it is again. You see the ground ball snap, and there's the block, and Powell just scoops it up and scores.
Sandahar does whatever he can to get that ball off quick. I don't know what else he could have done here, Ken. You'll see again, it skips almost twice to him. He scoops it pretty well, tries to get it off really quick, and Benny's just in there, and then
I'm sorry, he doesn't go by Powell anymore, just
right.
Tabron Benny. But yeah, what a special teams play. And West on the board without even having their offense take the field.
Exactly. So not a good start for the Thunderhawks, and the Firebirds will take it here. Free 6 points, and the PAT was good, so 7-0 early in the first quarter, as the West kicker will set back up again to kick this off. So, you know, the Hawks just got to put that behind them, right, Ken? The East players just got to erase that happened. Just assume that the West got the ball, drove down, their chance now to go down, and they just really need to answer this score with some points on the board here tonight.
Yeah, you're taught to have a short memory, and you know, it's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
But Hawks have to go out and just play football. Not worry about that. Just run their offense the way they know how to do.
Kick is off on its way deep into the end zone, about 8 yards, and that'll be a touchback.
Very strong leg there by Braden Benner.
Like I said, I believe he hit a 41-yarder last week in their win against Oak Hills. They just demolished Oak Hills 59-7. But West had a 41-yard field goal
in the first quarter, which is even more impressive. The game wasn't on the line there.
Not at all.
They felt like they could score with the leg of Braden Benner. So Hawks are going to come out same formation they started the game with. They've got 5 receivers, man in motion. They shift around a bunch. Now Hook goes in the backfield next to Kitna. There's a handoff.
There goes Ryder Hooks. And Ken, I think they just need to keep feeding him, right? I know I talked about Sycamore kind of shut him down. I think he had a total around 37, 38 yards last week when he's been well over 100. A couple weeks ago, we saw him run for almost 189 yards. But that's been their bread and butter to open up the passing game, and I think you just continue to stay with Ryder Hooks because he has a way to make people miss him. He's slippery, and he's gritty. So I would keep putting the ball in his hands and keep going. As
getting it back to
big
pass
hit
this time. He sees a man on the field. Nice catch.
Great catch. As you're going to see here, Ken, I think the Firebirds were blitzing there, and Ryder Hook got just enough of the guy to let his quarterback get this off. You'll see the blitz coming right up the middle. 33 kind of knocks him back, but slowed him down enough to let JT get that ball off. And a big first down now as he snaps, goes over to
time, gets Vogelman.
Grabs Vogelman there in the left flat. He's going to gain another 5-6 yards.
And that's what the Hawks need to do. They need to get those short completions, move down the field, not self-implode, not get penalties.
Keep that ball moving, I agree.
Offensive line doing a very nice job giving Kitna the protection he needs. He's only been fleshed out once and ran a good run.
So there's
Hooks
a run throw option, I think, right there. He lets it, Hooks keep it, and Ryder's going to go forward.
Plows ahead for 4. That's going to pull up 3rd and 1 for the Hawks.
And now the playbook's wide open, right? Oh, I like the hurry up too, Ken, right here. They get right up to the line. I was asking for this last week in the Sycamore game of not huddling back up, just to go right into the line. And I don't think they made it. I think they're going to be about a foot short.
4th and about an inch.
And, oh, that's a really bad spot. I don't think Coach Kitna liked it either as his helmet came off. Nope, maybe not. As it's 4th down, JT was coming out thinking they were going to punt. But instead, Coach Kitna sends him back in. Yeah. He was kind of getting pulled backwards. He got no forward progress given here. There's the offsides right there. As,
nice hard count by JT Kitna to draw West offsides. Using a little voice inflection there. See it again here. See the movement by a few linemen, and then
and JT
right tackle
quickly came over to the sidelines. I think he's got a contact or something. They're going to roll the clock here, the play clock, as they're working on him on the sidelines, trying to, I think, get a contact in.
Imagine they'll either take a timeout here, or
and
I'm sure that's what they're going to do. They're going to let the
clock's
play
going
clock
to
run down.
Run down. As they're looking for something. He's either wrong with his helmet, or you can see him down there working on it, or a contact lens. Yep, contact lens.
Yep, so he's going to pop it back in. They'll take the timeout here as soon as the play clock runs down 3 more seconds and buy him some time. So there's
that's
the
exactly
timeout.
what Coach Kittna did, is took a TO here.
It's a good way to shorten the game a little bit. Let that play clock run down 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Fix your contact lens, and then all is good and new. So Hawks with a fresh set of downs here in West Territory.
Yep.
No mistakes so far in this drive.
Exactly what they need to do, like you mentioned, Ken. They got to get clean football, drive this ball straight down. You know, they're still probably out of field goal range right now, sitting right about the 36-yard line. So they need another good 10 yards here, another first down, and then think about it, right? Because if the wind's to your favor, it's going to be going this way on the field, going north a little bit. So, you know, Herr might be able to hit one a little deeper than normal.
So during this timeout, we do want to thank Westchester Cable for allowing us to stream this game live. You could watch this game on Roku. You could watch this game on YouTube. You could watch this game on local access cable channel. Lots of different ways. Go ahead and like that Westchester Cable page to get updates. Same link for all the sports and all the games for each sport.
Guys were here last night doing soccer, back here tonight doing football. So hats off to our crew. Just phenomenal.
So here's Kidno with Hooks in the backfield with him, and here's a handoff to Hooks.
Yeah, Hooks does not go very far there, as big number 7, I think, put the stop on him. That's Elijah Davis.
Hooks only a sophomore, Dave. So, you know, he's going to be here for some years, and he's not going to do nothing but grow.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have the size that you would normally see out of the varsity running back, but he definitely has the heart and the skill set and the speed to be successful.
And he hit a big senior defensive lineman, Elijah, there, who's going to be playing at the next level for the University of Akron.
Getting his pass a little high there to P.J. McFarland, another sophomore, just out of the reach of his hands.
So now this is where the Hawks need to clean this up with this second down. Need positive yardage and not keep bringing up 3rd and long, as it's just a little high for a pretty tall tight end there, as we're going to see again coming right into your living room as he's open. And I'm sure JT would like to have that one back to hit him right between the 8 and the 7.
4-down territory here, so you don't need all 10 yards here, but you'd like to get at least 4 or 5 to put yourself in 4th and manageable. So Kidno with Hooks in the backfield with him.
Split wide left and right, tight ends there. He's going to hand it off to Hooks. Hooks goes into the line.
Nowhere to go.
Not finding any holes there at all.
Big tackle by number 44 for Lakota West. That's going to be Micah Markley.
And this is very similar to what the Sycamore did to Ryder too, right? Close down those holes he normally slides through, finds space. And so the offensive coordinator is going to have to come up with something a little different wrinkle for Ryder here, as West obviously watched some tape on that last week and looks like they're trying to do the same thing.
McFarland
as we go back, looks
here.
around. JT doesn't find anything. He rolls out. There comes some more hankies onto the ground. He finds a lot of room down the left-hand side and steps out after a big gain.
Don't think it's going to count there, Dave.
I got a really bad feeling that this is going to come all the way back for a hold.
And just things that the Hawks need to clean up.
Yep, there you go.
There's the holding offensive line. You know, he's running around. There's a lot of time. And, you know, the player that's holding there, 77.
Yep.
Which is Nick Frisch. You know, he's trying to protect his quarterback there.
Right.
You know, he knows that JT's scrambling around, but Sandhar is going to have to come in and punt this away.
So Frisch, the senior, trying to, like you said, protect the quarterback. Opened up a huge lane. Kittna really, wow, that's almost another block. And I think the Hawks are going to get a freebie here, as 11 for the Firebirds come flying in there. That's Jacob Asbach, the senior linebacker. And I think the Hawks are going to get a personal foul first down here.
So it's going to be the roughing or the running into kind. Referees
They're
are talking
about it
right now, trying to figure out how flagrant that was or how tough of a thing. If he got a hand on the ball, he's allowed to hit him. So
right, I don't think he got any hand on the ball there. So they're still working this out, the officiating crew.
Trying to figure out where the placement is and was. The yard marker's still there, so
yep.
I don't know what the extra discussion's about, but
yeah,
making sure they get it right.
Line of scrimmage was still at the 46-yard line over there. Coach Bolden not happy with it at all as we see him on the sidelines.
And referee's going to come over and give an explanation to the side judge. Is going to come over and give an explanation to Coach John Kidna.
And it should be, you would think this would be first down.
2 penalties, both on the defense. Holding, defense, number 44, before the kick, line. Running into the kicker, number 11, line. They're going to take the result of the play.
I don't think that was the correct explanation. The referee said they declined both, which isn't accurate. They're going to accept one of the penalties.
Right. And I guess it was running into the kicker, not roughing the kicker. I don't know if we got another look at that. Here we go, Ken. Here's the replay. So he gets that off and gets hit. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to call it
is that West ball?
It's going to be West ball. I think they're going to take the holding penalty. 10 yards from that spot of that foul and send it back to about the 11-yard line. So yeah, you could see in the replay they just called run. They didn't call
but if it was
roughing the kicker.
On the defense, wouldn't that have been 10 yards in our favor?
Yeah, they pushed it back 10 yards. I think they went further back.
You said it was before the play.
So not too for sure. Not too for sure too on the roughing versus the running into the kicker there too.
There's a pass to Brendan Remy coming from Sam Wiles. Yeah, he said it was prior to the kick. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was really confusing. They talked about it for a really long time.
Somebody will have to explain that to me at halftime, what happened there. But nonetheless, West offense is on the field for the first time. Sam Wiles at quarterback. Brandon Remy is the receiver to watch. And the running back core of Braden Johnson and
Wiles,
Giovanni
the
Wilson.
junior quarterback coming in. West started the season with a freshman quarterback in the season opener against Princeton and switched over to Wiles after that, and he's had the job ever since.
And they like the ball in Brendan Remy's hands.
Absolutely.
You know, that time he comes in motion, it's an end-around play, inside handoff to Remy. He caught a pass on the first one. They want the ball in his hands. Senior leader for them. Doesn't have any offers yet from what we know. But
stats are definitely going up for him every week, though. Like you said, they do like him as throws it out there to the right side to this big tight end, number 88.
Yeah, Wiles completes it to Luca Gilbert there. And we got a stoppage in play here.
Whistle.
The referees blew the
I heard
clock to stop.
I see some more yellow out on the field, so there's stoppage of play out there for some reason. 88's jogging off. Maybe we'll get an explanation here.
There's a couple things I need to be tutored on at halftime, apparently.
Here we go. We'll get the ref's mic going. Personal foul. Personal foul, didn't pick up on.
Be a personal foul on Lakota West.
Yeah. And Coach Bolden over there working the sidelines a little bit walks right down on that side ref. Lets him know that he didn't appreciate it. But something happened over there in that out of bounds as now
Wiles drops back to pass.
Looking to run out of there, finds a little crease and gains maybe a yard out of that, which would have been about a 3 or 4 yard loss. So number 10, I think, was in there for the Hawks.
Yeah, Parker Elam as well as Wyatt Pleasant bringing down Wiles from behind. Going to be 3rd and long for West. And East defense showing up right now.
So 3rd down for the Hawks as they try to hold up the Firebirds here.
West today trips left formation. Wiles in the backfield by himself. Wiles back to pass. He looks left.
Almost intercepted. Looks like number 41, Ken, had his call on that one.
Hawks get their stop that they wanted there.
Miles Metz there with a knockdown.
And that's going to force the early punt from Lakota West. So West offense a little stagnant here at the beginning. Their defense is the one that scored to make it 7-0. But
So you see that replay where Metz threw it right through Metz's hands, and now that's going to be a flag
is
for
coming.
sure.
Short
As
punt,
the
running into
Hawks
the kicker.
almost had a block punt. So now we'll see if is this a running into the kicker or roughing the kicker, because they're going to looks.
That's going to give West the automatic first down there, and Xylon Jones-Anderson
Here,
coming
we'll get the
in.
replay.
And you see he does not hit the ball, and he hits all leg of the kicker there, the punter.
Right coming at you as he hits the kicker in the kicking motion with no piece of the ball, like you said, and that'll be the 15 variety.
That's,
so
Joseph Marquardt.
There you go, another self-inflicted wound by the East on penalties that we've been talking about as they
finally get
stop
the stop that they need.
Yep.
And it's going to be negated by a penalty yet again.
And yardage. So not only do they get the ball back, but they gain 15 yards on that, which was more than they did in their whole series.
So fresh set of downs for Wiles. He's got a man in the backfield with him there. Wiles back to pass. He's going to run.
He gets flushed out. Now he just wings it out and makes a completion. Wow.
Good catch there by number 14 for West, Trey Barnett. Barnett with the catch. Wiles scrambling around. Looked like he was going to run and just swung it out there.
We'll see here again, Ken. He gets dropped back. Pocket folds on him. He tries to get out. I really thought Elam's going to hit him. And just a little passive there to not take the approach on him and let him back up and throw the ball, and he connects for a first down. So defense needs to be hungry here. This defense has to step up for
Wiles hands it
the
off
Thunderhawks.
This time. And again, it goes to 14, Trey Barnett. So that's twice in a row West has had a completion, and they've handed it off with an end around to the guy who caught the last ball. Interesting pattern that you don't see too very often, but getting it right back to the hands of the same player.
Right back to Bennett, and he takes it in for about a 4-yard gain. So 2nd and 6.
Wiles, they have an I formation here now. Oh, no, they don't. I'm sorry. They have a man up front and a man behind Wiles.
Yep, going to run that ball right off the left-hand side. Big number 24 there for the Firebirds.
Junior Gonzalez, senior running back captain. Very strong legs for Gonzalez.
Thick, very thick kid down on the field at pregame and the warm-ups, and there's no joke, Ken. Those legs are thick and strong, so he'll be a load to deal with. You see him here on the screen.
Gives West a fresh set of downs here at the Hawks 40, past the Hawks 40, about the 39-yard line, 38.
So
Hawks shift around to the right-hand side. Handoff.
Big hit right there at the line of scrimmage, and the Hawks come with the gang tackling, and that's what they need to do right there.
Marvin Richter, first one there, bringing him down. Zion Jones-Anderson also in on there.
Richter, that senior linebacker, and these seniors on this defense really need to step up, Ken. I really think that's the key to this game, is how well the defense for Lakota East is going to play. And so far, not too bad as we come to the end of the first quarter. Lakota West 7, Lakota East 0. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here at the Hawks Nest at Lakota East for the big crosstown shootout, Lakota East, Lakota West, as we finish the first quarter, Ken, and kind of uneventful than what we expected, 7-0. I think East would be pretty happy with the score, knowing that they kind of gave that 7 to them on a blocked punt, and have done a pretty decent job with the West offense so far. But right now the West offense is on the move, as they had them stopped originally and got a roughing the kicker and gave him right back the ball, and now West has been moving it up to this point just beyond midfield.
Yeah, West controlling this possession. Their first possession not so much, but this possession they are moving the ball pretty nicely down the field. Hawks defense not too shabby today comparatively to some of their other GMC opponents.
Absolutely, Ken. As we were just going off here at the end of the first quarter, it's really going to be this defense that's going to make the difference in this game tonight.
So Wiles shifts again his end and his slot back to the right-hand side. This time he pitches.
Fumble.
And it's dropped. And smartly falling on the ball is number 4 for West. That's Giovanni Wilson.
Yeah, that didn't look well from the start, Ken. The little high snap there to the quarterback, as we'll see here. As Miles, I don't know that he's really set and ready here as he's trying to get the play out. So you'll see the switch. Looks like there's a little confusion. And you see this go up high, and he spins it, throws it kind of behind the running back, and he just goes down, and East is able to go in there and tap him for about a 3-yard loss. So brings up 3rd and 14. This is exactly what East wants, right?
Spread
Force
offense
this,
for West. 2 receivers
throw it
inside.
up. And if they can get through and get a hold of him, as Miles goes way down the middle, and somehow number 1 makes an incredible catch.
Brendan Remy. Hawks had a hand on it, tipped it up in the air, and Remy, as he shimmies there, pulls it in.
Yeah, he gives a little shimmy coco at the end there. You'll see as it comes right down here, almost intercepted, and somehow Remy holds on to this ball, as this is going to be a great view, Ken, coming right in your living room here, as I thought number 13 was going to pick that ball off for East, but Remy comes in.
Yeah, Donovan Corbett had a hand on it, senior DB, but couldn't pull it in, couldn't knock it down.
So 3rd and long, and West goes super long and gets it.
And Brendan Remy for years has been killing GMC opponents.
Takes that ball inside the red zone.
I think we're either going to have a delay, or did West get a timeout?
Right before the play clock ran out, Lakota West calls a timeout. So they're down in the red zone for the first time tonight as an offense. After that long, about 30-plus yard throw there.
Yep.
And that's something the East defense needs to work on, right, is these big, long plays. In this particular case, they didn't let the guy get behind him. Usually, up until this point in the season, it's always been a receiver getting behind the DB. This time they had it pretty well defended. They just came up short, and a tremendous catch by Remy brings the Firebirds right down to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, so Hawks in the red zone, or Firebirds in the red zone. 12-yard line here, 1st and 10. See if they pound it in or go in the air. But Remy, what concentration on
Great
that catch.
catch, yeah. And boy, if the Hawks could have knocked that down, brought up 4th down, they'd be getting the ball back. 7-0, having a chance to go back and get some points. Boy, now they have a chance to go down, and they really got to keep West out of the end zone here.
Wiles keeps it on that time, fakes the handoff to Giovanni Wilson there. Keeps it, goes forward for 1. Good Hawks defense up front one more time.
DJ Stanley, I think, with the tackle there, number 92 for the Hawks.
Stanley and Reap in on that tackle.
And
Going to bring up 2nd and 9 for West. They're in field goal range with their strong kicker, but I think they're probably hungry for 7 here.
I'd like to see a little pressure on the quarterback here. Make him get something, get rid of the ball maybe a little earlier than he wants to here, and force this to a 3rd down.
West doing a lot of shifting each time.
Double shift here, handoff to number 22. Not going to go too far, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's Braden Johnson with his first carry of the night. Good enough for 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for West, and Hawks need a big defensive stop here.
Yeah, this has got to be a big stop right here, Ken, and force the field goal here attempt, and only be potentially down 10 versus 14. Like we said, when you had the original stop, then you had a really 3rd and 14 long that you would hope you could get the stop on, and had a chance at it, and just a phenomenal catch there again that got them down to this point.
Remy off to the right-hand side here on the split.
We're going to get a whistle here.
West is going to have to take another timeout. They were slow getting to the line.
So little miscommunication right now between the sidelines and Wiles, as West smartly takes a timeout with a critical 3rd and about 4.5 yards down here in the red zone.
Yeah, second timeout there. Remy was here on the right-hand side, and he looked like he had a mismatch, because he was waving the Wiles to give me the ball, but a little short on time there getting to the line, and see both coaches there. See East making sure their defense knows the best strategy here to stop this 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Coach Bolden did not look happy that he had to take another timeout there. That's 2 on this drive here early in the 2nd quarter. So as both teams run back out on the field, again, this is going to be a huge play for each team. Huge play for West here to try to get a 1st down or put it in the end zone, and even bigger for East to keep them out, as they need to keep as many points off the scoreboard as possible.
So
as Wiles goes a quick throw out to
incomplete.
And he had his big tight end open over there, and he had plenty of time, Ken, to throw that ball. He just missed that throw.
I do not see the field goal unit coming out. So
I do not either.
West, oh, there they go. There they are.
Here they come.
So West is going to attempt the 3-point score here, and for the Hawks, you've got to be pleased with that. You've got to be happy with this stop on 4th and short. They're a little slow to get their special teams unit out there, but plenty of time.
They got about 8 seconds to get this off.
And
as they line up for snap is up. Kick is good.
Braden Benner, like we said, the strong leg there. That's not his first rodeo of field goals on the season, and that'll extend the lead for Lakota West 10-0. But Hawks have to be happy with that stop.
Yeah, that senior kicker there, didn't bother him at all. Like I said, going north right now, that if there's any wind favor for you at all, it's going north, not south at all. So as that will bring it to about 9:03 at 10-0, and like you said, Ken, that's a big plus for the Hawks to keep those extra 4 points off the board.
And you hope that translates to momentum for your offense. You're supporting one another, offense, defense, special teams, and as an offense, you've got to be pumped that you don't have as many points to catch up to now.
And had the Hawks been able to come up with that play, right, that would have kept the West offense off the scoreboard, right, completely, as he gets a big boot on that one as well, and that's going to go a few yards into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback as well. So
among the special activities here, we talked about the Angel 14 Foundation in honor of Dylan Jones. We talked about our first responders coming out presenting the colors. Talked about the sign language kids. Tonight is also, they're going to have a presentation at halftime. It is Reach Out Lakota's Stuff the Bus campaign. So every year annually for the East-West game, they explain how Stuff the Bus works, and we're talking about getting canned good donations and clothing donations for those in need in the Lakota area.
That is a great organization, great opportunity, and you know, like you said, Ken, that supports the entire Lakota area. No east-west there at Lakota Outreach, so really like that organization and hope everybody can support them.
So that pass was incomplete there from Kidna. Oh, 3-yard gain, I'm sorry. That was a catch.
Yep, short catch there while we were talking about reach out Lakota as JT gets the play here. Plenty of time here, Ken, to drive this ball down and get a touchdown.
Yeah, you don't
and they really need to get 7 here between now and halftime and make a nice long sustained drive here in this second quarter as JT finds Andy Vogelman on a quick hitch. Got his big tight ends out there trying to give him some blocking space, and he'll gain about another 4 and bring up 3rd and short.
You know, that accomplishes the same thing as an inside handoff to Ryder Hooks. You get the ball out in the flat, you get 5 yards, and you put yourself in 3rd and short. So now all you need is a quick burst up the middle to get the first down.
So he lines up underneath center. Ryder Hooks in the backfield. Big tight end goes in motion.
Tries the hard count. West does not bite that time. Goes back under center.
Going to get an audible thrown in from the sidelines here, as now JT backs up into the shotgun. Still got about 2 seconds to get this off, and he's not going to get it.
Nope. Did not get it, and I don't think East took the timeout.
Nope.
So from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7, just like that.
Yeah, it was winding down there. I don't know why he kept resetting and resetting.
Well, I don't know why somebody on the bench didn't.
Yeah, the coach was screaming at him, "Let's go, let's go." As it looked like the play was in, it was set. I don't know what JT was still looking for there.
And you have 2 timeouts. Like when West was in the same situation, their sideline took the timeout. So not sure.
I think they thought they were going to get it off. I think he thought he was going to call for the ball at the 1 second mark there, and he still didn't. So now we get a quick snap here as he looks around, starts to run forward, makes some positive yardage, and he may have enough for the first down. It's going to be real close here as he's by the X. And I see the stripes.
They're going to move the chains.
Pointing downfield. So first down, not pretty, but the result's all the same for a first down as JT got that ball hanging out there. Now he tucks it in. That hurt him last week. But I really wish as soon as he starts to move those legs and gets across that line of scrimmage, got to tuck that ball just a little sooner.
Good job knowing where the marker is here. Now Kitten is in the backfield by himself, takes it back, drops back. And he's going to run for his life here.
People just throw it away, JT. Just throw it away. There you go. And that's exactly what he does, is he gets enough space to get the ball out and thrown.
Yeah, wise decision. We've been impressed by him on making those decisions, on not taking a sack, running around, and not throwing it to the middle of the field also. A lot of young quarterbacks throw that ball in the middle of the field, but JT knows that ball goes out of bounds over a receiver's head. So it's not grounding. You're outside the pocket, but it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hawks.
Right now, the law firm of the 70s up there need to start digging in just a little harder and giving him a little bit more time, as the O-line has got to help him out here. This time they do. Gives him a lot of time. Looking for his favorite target. Had him. Just threw it a little too high, and he'd like to have that one back, I'm sure.
He fired that ball like a shortstop throwing the ball to first base. A little too hot to handle for Zion Neal. Neal, I think, got his hands on it, but man, that ball was smoking at him.
Yeah. And
Neal had to jump, and that's a hard thing to do, is jump and make a catch at the same time.
Yep.
3rd and 10, just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. West is up 10-0. Here we are on Westchester Cable TV.
So that was definitely the play right there, Ken. I don't know if it would have been for a first down. It would have been short, I think, but here comes the blitz, and they're going to find him. Oh, nope, yep. As JT tries to spin out of that and just ends up losing a couple of more yards instead of going down the original hit.
Yeah, Drew Minnick brings him around. Kidna got away from it for a little bit. You see, he scrambled, he broke one tackle. We're going to see this again here. We thought he was going to be down right here, and somehow he appears out of it, but Minnick did not let him go, and Drew Minnick just buries him to the ground.
And Minnick didn't hide that, right? He was coming. You could tell from the right side. He kind of got in there a little early, and boy, nobody picked him up, and he just kind of scampered right in there.
So Sandhar into punt again, short punt. He might get a good bounce.
Ugly punt.
Ooh.
Right towards the...
He's got a good spot from the official. Well, I don't know how far back he's going to start walking there, but you see the official at the...
I don't think they're going to like the results of this
40, 35. They're going to spot it around the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. You almost could have gone for it. I mean, it didn't even get to the first down.
Yeah, it just went off the side of his foot there. We're going to see that.
But, you know, hey, when you first punt of the game, you get it blocked. Second punt of the game, you have a guy in your face and he hits you. I can understand why the punter might be a little skittish back there because the line is just not holding up these Firebirds very well offensively, and in the special teams here is now West is going to work with a short field, which is not good for East here with 6 solid minutes left before the half as they hand it off to number 22. Finds a little space on the right-hand side there, and that is Johnson with the run.
Yeah, Braden Johnson, and that's been one of the East's Achilles heels, is giving teams the short field. So a couple turnovers on our end, a couple penalties that result in that, but when you give a great offensive team like Lakota West this short field, you held them to 3 last time in this territory, but you know you can't expect to do that all game long.
Good shot of Brandon Johnson there on the sidelines as he just had that run. But yeah, Ken, sorry to cut you off there, but you're right. You can't keep giving up chances here to this Firebird offense, and you're lucky they've only put 3 on the board as an offense. Short field just going to kill you.
There's a handoff end around to Remy, I believe, and Remy's going to get stopped.
Short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down, I think. Third down. And they're probably in 4-down territory. They're in that kind of
Kicker's good, but I'm not sure if he's that good. But
and I don't know about tonight too. With this wind, he is still going to the north, which would be beneficial if there's any benefit tonight. But right now, the offense will line up for 3rd and short as Wiles in the shotgun tries to draw the East off. Doesn't happen. Now hands off, and they got him stopped right away. But a good second effort.
It's Junior Gonzalez there, and not sure if he made it. It's really close.
Oh, wow. It's still short. It's 4th down, but boy, he was going to get hit for about a 1-yard loss here, Ken. If you see here, there's the initial hit by Elam, getting pulled a little bit there by 88. No flag there for holding. But I think they had him there for about a 1.5 yard loss. Oh, somebody went early.
Yep, there comes the flag.
Yeah, somebody went early. The offensive line moved before the snap happened.
So Wiles kept it. They've been calling that the tush push on Thursday and Monday Night Football.
That should be false start this way.
Yep, that's going to come
West.
back, and that's going to bring up 4th and... So they were 4th and about 3 inches. So now it's going to be 4th and 5 yards and 3 inches.
So you're right. They call the
tush push there. Quarterback takes it, and everyone's trying to push him forward to get the first. But the line did jump there.
Yeah.
Pre-snap. So.
Yeah, and then that was not seen or called. But same result, right? 5 yards back. And again, they're in that in between, right? So I don't know that they're going to punt here, but now a lot of personnel coming in and going out.
Yeah, well, I think there was confusion on who was supposed to be, and Coach Bolton's going to have to take a timeout, I would imagine. Yeah, they're letting the clock run. They're not in any hurry to get to the line.
He's going to have to use his 3rd and final timeout for this half. As Wiles is just walking towards the sideline here with 3:39 left. 4th and 6, they're calling it 5.5, 6 yards. So West uses their 3rd and final timeout, up 10, and Ken, critical play here. What you're going to do if they're going to keep the offense on the field, right, and try to pick up this 1st down.
I would imagine they are, because the Hawks haven't shown the long strike offense, that they haven't had the long play yet. But I'm very impressed by the Hawks defense right now, Dave. Hawks defense has struggled a little bit against some of their other GMC opponents. West coming in, scoring a lot. They scored 35 against Oak Hills. I'm sorry,
59 total.
Yeah, 59 against Oak Hills, 34 against Sycamore, 38 Coleraine, 35 Middletown, 33 Fairfield. So Hawks defense, you see, how hard they're working there. Crowd is into it. This is the loudest I've heard the East student section in a long time, Dave.
Yeah, I just heard that through my headset as well. I was just going to say something. So 4th down. I'd like to see some pressure here coming, right? Bring some pressure, make him run out of there. And there's the hit and a missed tackle as they're going to maybe hold on to it. It's going to be real close on the spot.
I think they're going to give him
And I think they're going to give him forward progress. But that first hit, again, the East had a chance and let him break a tackle. You'll see here, Ken, is number 58 gets some good pressure. And right there, that's our guy, number 34, misses.
Yeah, Wyatt Pleasant had the fantastic pressure there. Cohen Reap just missed him. He needed to get to the 35 and 3-inch mark, and 24 and 9-inch mark, and he got to the 24 and 8-inch mark. So
and Reap had a chance to step up there and just shut the door down. He would have been easily 3.5 yards short. And Wiles jukes him, and he gets to the line, and with a second effort, leans forward to get a first down. So West stays in business and now goes off the left-hand side, and number 22.
Yeah, Johnson, another strong run, keeps the feet moving after the initial hit and gains another 4 yards after the initial contact there. There's a
big gain here, Ken. You'll see as he
Cohen Reap coming off the
hands it off, follows number 24 into the hole, and again, first hit doesn't stop him. Bounces off and goes forward for about another 4 yards. So
a lot of beef on the Lakota West line, giving him some nice blocking up front.
And both these running backs are pretty good size for West, 24 and 22. Now Miles going to keep the ball, keeper the whole way.
Goes over the left end, enough for about 4.
So yeah, Johnson and Junior Gonzalez, not small guys, right? As you see them both leading out here for their quarterback as he goes through, and you know he still drags a couple of East guys. So they need to start hitting hard with these tackles and not just grab and get drug. Throw your shoulder in there and start driving them back the opposite way. This defense has really got to bite down now and try to keep this Firebird offense out of the end zone as another quarterback sneak the whole way. Nothing fancy there.
Brought down there by Cohen Reap. And Wiles, you know, he's basically a third running back there. Kind of the Coach Bolden offense of old, where you just have your quarterback and your 2 running backs pound the ball inside. It is 3rd and 5, so another chance for the Hawks to get a stop and possibly have West kick another field goal.
Yeah, he ran that option for a long time too, right? And right there, two plays in a row with the quarterback sneaker as West runs up to the line. Little confusion again with the receiver, so I'm going to guess this is definitely a run play. Yeah, they're out of timeout, so 4 goes in motion. I'm going to key that I'm surprised that this is a pass play because the receivers had no idea what was going on.
Wiles going to run.
And he's going to go out. Elam's right there. It's going to throw out the back of the end zone. Smart play by the quarterback.
Another good stop by the Hawks defense on 3rd down.
As again, a chance there by number 10 for the Hawks. Parker Elam here, we'll see.
We're going to see the leg again of C. Elam.
So
there.
Elam stays home
up and
then gets away.
Yep, Wiles just had to throw it away
and then
here.
Just needs to attack that. I just need to get on your horse and attack that quarterback. A little more sense of urgency there.
So Braden Benner
as
again.
the snap comes through, and he's going to hook it right in from the right hash. And that's going to be another 3 for the Firebirds. So here with just under 1 minute, it's 13-0, and don't know if I would have predicted this score here at going potentially into the half at 13-0.
Yeah, you know, I mean, are the Hawks happy with this? I don't know. The West offense has not scored a touchdown yet.
Right.
We had a block punt that was run in for a touchdown by Tabron Benny, and we had 2 field goals.
Yeah.
So the Hawks defense is actually stepping up here, and their offense isn't playing that bad either. They have moved the ball on a few drives down the field. They got dinged by a few penalties that have cost them.
Penalties at key times like we talked about, right?
They're not overmatched today.
No. So yeah, I mean, you know, without the special teams play, you know, this is 6-0, and that's a big difference. So, you know, the Hawks got to clean up those penalties to where at those critical times. It's just really hurt them. We've been talking about that. Don't want to belabor it, but it is a factor that keeps coming up is now this goes into the end zone, and there'll be no return here as they'll take it on the 20-yard line.
So Hawks need to get something a little more going on offense here. There's 1 minute left in the quarter. See if we go into the 2-minute drill here, or are they content just trying to get a long running play and going into halftime.
I'd like to see the 2-minute drill here. Don't get a chance to run that every day. You got 2 timeouts.
And this offense is built for that.
Let's see what we got. Empty the tank, right? You don't have anything to lose here. You're down 13-0. You need to get some momentum at least going into the locker room, right? Would be awesome, as if, you know, a couple big plays here, get the ball downfield, get some momentum going your way. Going into halftime, because
inside handoff there to
Ryder Hooks.
And he is brought down by number 0, Davion McCoy.
As we see him there in the center of your screen, making that tackle afterwards.
So a little surprising on first down there. 30 seconds left.
Why you run the ball?
I'm not convinced that they may not take a shot here. They have 2 timeouts left, and here's
another handoff to Ryder Hooks. He goes off the right-hand side. Gains a few only, and I don't think they're too interested, Ken, to use any timeouts or move this ball downfield. That should be about it.
Well, it's going to bring us to halftime here. And your score, Lakota West 13 and Lakota East 0. And we will be back for the second half after this.
Hey, Monica.
Hey.
Westchester wants to know, how do I rent the barn?
Well, Mulhauser Barn is a rental facility that Westchester owns. It was actually originally built in 1881, but the Westchester Township acquired it in 2008, and now we use it as a rental facility for weddings, graduation parties, any event you can think of. It's a seasonal facility open from April 1st through November 15th because there's no heating or air conditioning. You can find more information on availability, pricing, and scheduling a tour to visit Mulhauser Barn at westchesteroh.org. If you have a question about Westchester Wants to Know, visit any of our social media or visit our website.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello.
Westchester.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lakota East High School, home of the Thunderhawks, here where we have the crosstown shootout in the Hawks Nest between Lakota West Firebirds and the Lakota East Thunderhawks. So far, tonight's contest showing us a 13-0 lead by the Firebirds, Ken, and not exactly what we expected to see in the first half, but scores relatively close, 13-0, one touchdown only by a special teams move, so just to have been a crazy Friday night.
Yeah, Dave, when you look at the statistics, you've got 115 yards for West and 87 for East, so that's not too far off. Passing yards, 59 for West, 65 for East. That's not too far off. Penalties have been even. Both teams with 4 penalties for 35 yards. So statistically, it's an even game. But Tabron Benny having that big block on the punt, running it in for the touchdown to give West the early score. And then East has held West on 2 third down stops in the red zone, resulting in 2 West field goals. So 13-0, West, your score. West is kicking off. East kicking off to West.
Going to go deep into the end zone. Yeah, right, Ken. You know, defense has really held their own. You know, a little soft in the middle of the field, but boy, once West has gotten over about the 40-yard line, they've crunched down twice now in the red zone. They've been able to hold them back out of the end zone and settle for field goals. You would think that normally the Firebirds pump those in, and this game could be, you know, 21-0, 28-0, but here the Hawks find themselves in a small hole, 13-0, nothing huge. They need to get a stop here as West has possession starting the second half here. So if the Hawks can get the ball, get some things turned around and get 7 here, they'll be in much better business than where they were.
Yeah, Dave, and the fans are still here. A lot of times in these cold GMC nights, you get the fans that leave. Everyone's still here. Half of Lakota's here in the stadium. A lot of activity, and
as the first play from scrimmage doesn't go too far for the Firebirds as it comes up short.
No, that's a handoff to Junior Gonzalez, and 94 on the tackle, Marcus Osner.
And Gonzalez,
big junior tackle.
We talked about Gonzalez in the first half, big body, big runner, had some big key runs, but total for rushing yards for West, only 56 yards so far in that first half. So stat sheet doesn't show as much as what it looked like on the field, but
Wiles
some
drops
key
back
plays
and runs
there
with
for
it
him.
here on this second down, and Wiles is brought down after a gain of about 6.
He's going to be short of the first down and bring up third down, so
Parker
we'll see the
Elam brings
replay.
it down. See, I don't know if he was looking to pass there, but as he dropped back, it looked like his eyes were on the run the entire time. Elam brings him down 3rd and 1.
And
for
one
West.
thing the Hawks didn't do great in that first half on the defense side is that first initial contact or hit, they need to really hit and wrap up, drive those feet backwards, as now they try to go into the middle of the defense, and a lot of bodies. It's just going to be a determination of where they spot it. Looks like they're going to give him the spot just over the 30-yard line for a first down as we see that big O line for West.
That's a simple dive off the A gap there. And when you only need a yard, that's the play to run. You know, I would imagine West, it's going to become a ball control game because neither team really having the big strike down the field. So you're going to have to control the clock. You're going to have to take some time off. I would imagine it's going to be a little slower pace here in the second half. Wiles in the backfield there with...
I'd like to see East again get a little bit of pressure. We talked a little bit during the halftime, a little bit of cross-talk with some folks here in the booth. Like to see East dial up a blitz or two here and make Wiles be a little bit, move his feet as big number 94 for the Hawks gets in there.
Marcus Osner there doing a little shimmy.
Yeah.
And after a 2-yard gain by the Hawks there, see if we can...
You see Wiles going over, get the replay as he hands that off. Big number 2-4, but then 94 jumps on his back real quick. Now that's the kind of hit we're talking about right there, and he does. He's got the shake and the stomp.
And that's what you need. You need to get fired up here on defense.
Absolutely.
You're making some big plays. Don't play like you're defeated here. Play like you're going to win this game.
There's the double move by West. Quick handoff goes into the right gap there, and there East again coming in with the gang tackling, and I'm really liking whatever the change was that maybe D. Chenault put in there at the halftime or something, but got these guys really hitting and rapping.
See Ezekiel Holman there, I believe, was on the tackle there. But yeah, Dave, I mean, you need to play fired up here. You know, if you're not playing fired up, you shouldn't be on the field.
Right. So talked to my friend there, Darian Chenault, before the game, and he's like, "Hey, boys, just got to step up here, right? They got to hit hard and keep playing." And defense so far has been having a pretty nice evening as they bring up third.
Big third down here, and
5.
Wiles is going to be in the backfield. Wiles drops
I see
back.
a blitz lined up here. Oh, he just gets by. I see lots of hankies coming out. I think this is going to come back. It's going to look big as he scampers down the sidelines and then takes a big hit at the end. And I think that's going to be all for naught as he turns around and sees all the yellow laundry behind him. But I think finally you see what happened here, Ken. I think East dialed up a blitz here. We'll see after they make the call. So
we do have the holding call on West, and you hear the student section once again. I mean, Dave, we have our window closed and we can hear the student section here, so that's exciting to see here. You see the hold right there.
Yeah, there's a hold. Yep, 22 was blitzing
against 41 there. You know, that's the way you stop Miles Metz, because he's been getting in the backfield causing pressure. But you hear the truck backing up there, so back West up, causing third and long, 3rd and 15. Hawks need to stop.
Reap had the big hit at the end, but all for naught as it comes all the way back, like you said. And this is where the Hawks got to shut it down. They've had this situation before, 3rd and 14, 15, and gave it up as Wiles rolls right. Looks for a short pass on the flat there. East will give it to him. There's the big hit. There you go. Now look at that sideline. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, pass is complete to Reese Mason there, but Metz in there, pushes him out of bounds short of the first down, and that's going to be West's first punt of the ball game.
Push is a nice word we'll see here on the replay. I think he lights him up right, boom, there. And hey, you can see the boys getting excited on the sidelines. We talked about emotion. We talked about momentum going in at half, and there's a little forced kick there as the ball's going to
better get away.
Yeah.
Good bounce for West. That's bouncing toward wings and rings.
Yeah, and Zion Jones-Anderson is just running down the field, and the young freshman needs to let him know that the ball was right on him. Jones was back there as the receiving, but we do have more laundry, Ken?
Yeah, the way the ball was bouncing, I was afraid it was going to actually hit him on the back of his ankle as he was running. Like, that becomes a live ball, and West can pounce on that. Luckily, it didn't hit him. Referees are conferring here, and it's going to be a personal foul against Lakota West.
Number 20.
Mason Finn, one of their leading tacklers.
Oh, wait a minute. They changed it.
They changed it to East number 20, Connor Cruz. And that's going to push the Hawks back 15 more yards.
So just when you thought you had a break, now we talk about that whole penalties at the wrong time as we'll try to pick this up. There you're talking about that low kick, Ken, and it comes up right by Anderson Jones there, or Jones-Anderson almost hits him, but it luckily doesn't. But I don't know if we got a replay of the foul at the midfield, but nonetheless, it's going to push the Hawks back inside their own 8-yard line. And
there's an inside handoff to Hooks, and Hooks has a little running room on the outside.
Finally, oh, there's a late hit right there. Nothing called.
Brought out of bounds by Jacob Asbeck. We haven't called Asbeck's name. He has been signed with Navy.
Yes.
I believe. So another D1 commit for West. They have 3 right now. They've got...
and we'll see here on the replay, Ken, he gets away with a late hit. Good thing that was on the west side, or I'm sure Coach Kidner would be screaming. You see Hooks going up the right-hand side. He's well out of bounds and gets hit. I don't know what this referee's looking at. But you can't call one personal foul 5 minutes ago or a couple minutes ago in the last play and then let that kind of stuff go on. But
Hooks goes in motion here. Kitten in the backfield by himself. Tries the hard count. Don't know if he got his own guy. No, he did get the West defender to jump offside. Going back to talking about the West D1 commits, we've got Tabron Benny going to Notre Dame.
Yep.
You've got Jacob Asbeck going to Navy, and you've got Elijah Davis going to Akron, becoming a Zip.
Yep. And like you were saying earlier too, you know, still the word's out there on Remy as he keeps racking up points and racking up stats here. We'll see.
He does not have an offer.
See what happens with that young man too. So hats off to those kids that are going to get to play in the next level. But JT's able to draw somebody off sides there and moves the ball, gets a first down. Now a little handoff to Ryder, gets knocked forward for some
Another
good positive yards.
You know, this is what you get with East-West. You know, it dates back decades of East, well, not decades because they haven't been around that long, but since East and West split,
yep.
Anytime these teams play, you get extra fouls, you get eye poking, you get leg dashing, things like that. So
and
a lot of flags coming out. Referees want to get this under control.
Don't blame them. Oh, so grabbed the rider by the grill there and pulled him down. So I like this play calling, Ken. I really do. I like them going back to the run here. Ryder only had 15 yards in the first half. Not what he's good at. You know, he likes to have the ball. And oh yeah, good shot, guys. Big handful of the grill there by the Firebirds. And Coach Bolden's beside himself on that. Does not like it at all. But film will show in the morning that there was a big handful of face masks there.
You know, we talked about this earlier, Dave. Both coaches mold young men. These are both coaches that invest everything in their players here.
Absolutely.
Good role models and exciting to see for the Lakota community.
Had an opportunity to come over and hang out with the team a little bit this afternoon. As coach was doing some team meetings and optional chapel for the kids here. 60, 70 kids show up as optional. That speaks a lot for what these coaches are doing, and hats off to Coach Kittner for doing that.
Neal goes in motion here, and there's an inside handoff off right tackle to Hooks, and Hooks
just slides through there.
Gain of about 2 for Hooks.
And we'll see here his patience to just wait and wait and wait for the hole to open, and then he slides through there as he gets some positive yards. And hopefully these runs now, Ken, will open up some throwing lanes here for JT, as now it comes up to 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line, as now he's up underneath center, hands it off to Brooks. Brooks goes in there. Big push by the offensive line there. Nice. I don't know who that was. Number 71 really had a good block and helped Ryder get going forward there. So
yeah, you got Sam Williams, you got Nick Frisch, and you got Caleb Moore, who surge, allows Hooks to get an extra 4 as he keeps his feet moving. He just keeps his feet going, keeps his feet going, keeps his feet going, gets a little surge from behind. And there you see the beef on the offensive line there.
Frisch was a nice kick out block there. So again, maybe something that was said in the locker room too. I see the old line really getting fired up and pushing off now, firing off where, you know, they were letting the little leaks coming through, or Jamison was running for his life a few times as West makes a big shift, and I think they're going to get a neutral zone infraction there maybe. I saw the whole defensive line shift.
Now they're going to get 84. Derek Jackson, tight end on the other side, not the man in motion, but the other tight end. Just a little flinch there, barely even.
Oh, yeah, it just raised up the.
Raised his back a little bit.
Raised up the backside just a little bit.
Another penalty.
And Coach Kittner there not happy with the penalties. He can't be, right? It's got to be frustrating when you look at the stat sheet week in and week out of the number of penalties that the Lakota East teams gets. As Jamison rolls, he's got a whole bunch of white shirts following him, and he just kind of tosses that over into the third row here. And
yeah, he was looking Vogelman the whole way, and that was great defensive coverage by the West corner. Number 2, Miles Bukhari was on them.
So East's going to have to try to do something here on the old line on these passing downs to buy Jamison just a little bit more time. He's got a quick release. We know that. He's got a cannon, right? He just needs that few seconds to let those receivers run those routes and let things open up. So
there we have 2 more flags, a hold on each team. They're going to replay, is it 3rd or 2nd?
Looks like it'll be a replay of 3rd down. So 3rd and 9 is I don't know where the hold was, probably right there on 77.
Yeah, that's Nick Frisch holding there. Not sure where the defensive was, but again, the press coverage there, number 2 for West against Vogelman here, right in front of the bottom half of your screen there, bottom part. And
He's
Kinda
going
drops
man to
back.
man.
He's got a roll. Kinda's looking downfield. He throws it away out of bounds again.
Yeah, just
nobody open for East downfield.
Everything's going right. Look at all the receivers were going right. The 2 tight ends are right. Zion's way deep right, which I'm not too for sure why we're so far deep on 3rd and 9. But that's gonna draw 4th down, as Coach Kittna can't be happy with that series where penalties weren't helping. Some offsetting penalties put them back into a place to be able to make something happen.
Remember last time Sandhauer got it off the side of his foot, so we got to get a good kickoff here.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has the nervousness.
I mean, you can see how shallow the West. Oh, they're
Nice
coming.
snap, they're coming.
Wow, did they come?
Fair catch made by Remy there at the 40. And it's going to be Firebird ball at the 40-yard line, but Sandhauer barely got that off.
Barely got it off. I mean, they are coming at him on that. I just would love to see what we're doing at the line of scrimmage to have that many white jerseys in his face. I'm surprised he even got it off, Ken. I mean, there was so much white in the backfield on that play.
So the wind was going against him there on that kick. Flag blowing.
Yeah,
in the
going
direct
south.
Opposite way.
Going south is not your friend. That wind's coming about at a southwest, just barely southwest, and so going west is not helping at all.
Hand off from Wiles up the middle. That's 24 Johnson, who bursts ahead for 6. Parker Elam on the tackle for the Hawks.
So defense is going to have to step up again here, Ken. They're going to have to really buckle down and try to give the O another opportunity. I think you're going to see a lot of handoffs here with 4:25 left in the 3rd quarter.
Again, neither offense has scored here. We had a special teams touchdown. We had 2 field goals.
A lot of movement on that offensive line. Yeah. I mean, they're going to call an encroachment on the. I don't understand that. They're going to call encroachment on East. The right tackle moved like 3 times on this replay. You'll see 70, big number 75 there. Rocks back and forth. Watch. See, there's movement. There's movement. I don't know. Apparently they're seeing something we're not from the booth here. So Wiles goes back in the shotgun, hands it right off. Number 22 breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
It's Giovanni Wilson on the carry. Big, strong, quick run from Wilson.
Just pops a big one at the wrong time of the night for Lakota East, as breaks 2 tackles on that play. You'll see here, Ken, right at midfield. 22 hits the hole. Again, Reap has a chance at him. Number 12, he's got the club on his hand. We'll give him a break. That's Cole Miranda, the sophomore.
So Wiles
DB.
back, and Wiles passes to Remy. Remy's
And Remy
3rd catch
catches.
on the day. He's got some sideline room.
And the Hawks got to be able to make these initial tackles on the first contact.
Yeah, I think their defense is getting worn down here.
I think so, too.
On the field
Quite a
long
bit.
time here.
They've had plenty of time out here. As you see, this is just a quick hitch right to Remy, and he breaks that first tackle, spins, gets a few yards after. So Wiles now hands it off to 22 again, hits the hole hard and strong. And now the Lakota East defense swarms that one.
Yeah, Mason Finn meets Giovanni Wilson, and Wilson has nowhere to go. He does get forward progress of about 3 yards.
Cohen Reap jumps in there and gives him some assistance too. So these upperclassmen are going to really have to buckle down here, keep the defense fired up.
So DJ
Rip.
Stanley in
That's
on that
Elam.
tackle as well. So Wiles with Wilson behind him.
Wiles goes back, looks, fakes it, goes a quick throw to the corner, looking for Remy. He reaches out. I don't know if he had it or not.
He got it.
There's no indication yet.
Celebrating like he...
I have yet to see hands go up. I have yet to see any hands go up.
I think the officials are just taking his word for it.
Yeah. I haven't seen an official put their arms up yet.
Well, what a catch.
What a catch, I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess he had possession and feet inbounds, but I just never seen a referee not put their arms up to call a touchdown, right?
Well, you see the Red Sea.
As they kick it quickly, and I don't blame them. We'll see it here on the replay, Ken. Set play right here to the back corner. And he definitely has a catch, but does he have it with feet inbounds? That's the whole 90.
Only needs one.
Yeah.
Right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
No replay in high school.
Nice thrown ball, too, you know. Really nice. There's the...
Yeah,
wow.
Catch. Fantastic catch.
Fantastic catch. Great play.
In high school. You know, we have the benefit of the replay, but great camera work there. Good angle. That's why we're the best camera folk this side of Swordsville, Westchester.
Absolutely. So big touchdown by the Firebirds to kind of make this a big hole now for East at 20-0. And that's the first time that the West offense has seen the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon Remy is just a good athlete. I mean, we've seen him for years. I think he's graduating this year. Hopefully he's graduating. He is. And but what a career for Lakota West Firebirds here for Brandon
And the
Remy.
kick goes way deep in the end zone once again. So we'll take a look around the GMC here, Ken, as we're exchanging here. I see Coleraine is losing to Hamilton 14-7. Princeton over Middletown right now 34-7. You know, we talked about what does East have in front of them. They've got Oak Hills and Mason.
Yep, they're home next week and then away for week 10. Lakota West has Mason next week at Firebird Stadium, and then they go to Hamilton.
Yep.
Hamilton, one of the surprise teams in the GMC.
Absolutely. Somebody that I think people thought would be towards the basement of the GMC is standing right there at the top, aren't they? As second place.
Tied with West at 5-1 in the conference, 5-2 overall.
So they've been a big surprise. The Hamilton has. So you see here, Ryder Hooks goes up again, slides through that hole, gets some positive yards, brings up second and short.
Hawks have definitely have their work cut out for them here.
And I think it's time to just, you know, I don't care where you are in the game, maybe go into a little hurry up, change things up, make the defense push back, get something positive going here.
Strike up the middle to Zion Neal.
And
good enough for a first down.
I'd like to just see the Hawks just get right back to the line of scrimmage here as we see the replay as JT throws that straight to Zion right about at the 30-yard line. And they get a first down out of that. And now he's back in the shotgun. He's got Hooks, fakes the handoff.
JT goes
looking
back,
around.
he's looking long, and he is going to get
too much time. Way too much time
Elijah
there.
Davis, future Akron Zip.
We got three guys that are 20-plus yards down the field, and that just hasn't happened yet tonight. I'm not too for sure. JT has an opportunity right here to throw it, but then big number 7 comes through there and hauls him down.
Good sack by Elijah Davis, but you also have to give credit to the West secondary for making sure that Kidna doesn't have anyone open to throw to. This time there's a little cushion here on the right-hand side. They're playing off a little bit more than they have. It is second and
21, yeah. They can afford to play off quite a bit here as
Kidna drops back and he looks to the right.
Throws the ball over to the right-hand side. He's going to get 7 or 8 yards, but I think West will give you that all day long when it's second and 21.
Yeah, Zion Neal with the catch. That's his 5th catch for about 50 or 60 yards. But time ticking down here in the 3rd quarter. East time for one more play.
And again, I would just like to see a little hurry up, change something up, make something different than what West has planned for tonight, right? It's not going to hurt you. You're going to get this quarter timeout to recover, and if we get this playoff, looks like we will. As Nope. Another penalty.
Delay of game. I think it's going to be either a false start or a legal shift.
Probably a legal shift. Yep, there you go.
So the referees are going to have to ice down after this game. A lot of tossing of the flags here. They're going to have to get in the cold water tub up to their elbows. Lots of penalty flags thrown.
3rd and 20. And that backs the Hawks up to the 21-yard line. And that's going to bring the end of the 3rd quarter with Lakota West Firebirds 20, Lakota East Thunderhawks 0. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the 4th quarter here at the Hawks Nest, as the Lakota East has dug themselves quite a hole here for the 4th quarter, as they let the Firebirds go in and score right towards the end here of the 3rd quarter and take this to a 20-0 lead, Ken. And not a lot of offensive power so far on either side. Most of these points have been scored on field goals and special team block by West that ran it back in for a touchdown.
Yeah, that and the big play, little lob pass from Wiles to Brendan Remy in the corner, the back of the end zone, who caught the ball, got his foot and knee down before he went out of bounds. And just one of the most phenomenal high school catches I've seen in a while.
Yeah, great catch and a great throw too, right? The quarterback, Wiles, put it in a place that only his guy was going to catch, and he went up there and caught it, hauled it in for a touchdown, and brings us to 20-0, and Hawks got to get off this goose egg here on this drive at beginning of the 4th quarter.
So Kidna fires the ball into the tight end, caught by number 87. P.J. McFarland.
And that's something that haven't seen too much of it in previous games. TJ's really like these tight ends, right? Both McFarland and Jackson. And just not being able to find them too much tonight, as the Firebirds fake a blitz there.
It is good seeing the ball being moved around a lot. You know, Kidna doesn't rely on just one receiver. He'll throw it to anyone who's open, sees the field well, and there's Hooks, who's just brought down by number 44, Micah Markley.
It's almost like the Firebirds knew that play was coming, man. I mean, they were up to the line of scrimmage twice, faking the blitz, and they just brought the house here knowing that things were coming. So Ryder Hook's having a rough night again tonight. 2 weeks in a row.
Was that 4th down, Dave?
It was.
So no choice really for the Hawks but to go for it in the 4th quarter in their own end zone, giving the Firebirds a short field.
I'm hoping that was going to be some type of trick play, maybe throw back to Jamison, because to run the ball there at 4th down, not too for sure what we were looking for, and now they go for a punt.
Going deep.
Yep. Not a bad idea, you know.
To find Remy, who did get past the secondary, but the pass was a little too long.
West goes right to the gut punch, but comes up short, as they were looking for the end zone all the way. And again, Wiles whips that down there, has his receiver.
Yeah, good strong arm. Remy almost stopped running after that.
Yeah.
It looked like if he would have sprinted, maybe it drops right in his breadbasket, but nonetheless, it is an incompletion, brings up 2nd and 10, but Firebirds, after getting the ball in the Hawks territory, were going for the jugular there.
Yep. As they were set shop up again at the 35, quick out on the right-hand side, finds his man, breaks a tackle, goes down the right-hand side, and there again, there's that initial hit. Wait a minute, ball came out again, and they're going to call it down.
Yeah, Giovanni Wilson there was already on the ground when the ball came out, but what a strike by Wiles. Big, strong, hard throw by Wiles. Gets his man in the flat on the right outside, misses the tackle, tries to get pushed out of bounds by Cole Miranda, turns it up inside, gets down to the 4.
So they're going to call that down. I guess his knee may have hit. That would have been a nice turnover for the Hawks right there.
Wiles with 3 receivers to the right. He hands it off up the middle that time to
24.
Jackson.
And look at those leg strength, Ken. They just can't get him down.
Yeah, that's Junior Gonzalez. And 2nd and 6 for West. On the 6, 2nd and goal. Sorry.
You'll see here going into that offensive line, the initial hit by big number 90 for the Hawks. That's Davis Taig, the defensive lineman. And he gets a lot of help and pushes number 24 backwards. So
Wiles backfield with
going fake
Gonzalez.
now.
He's going to keep it. He's going to run. He's in. Good spin move by Wiles.
And Hawks just can't get that initial contact.
Celebration by Wiles and a few of his teammates there. But West with 2 quick strikes here in the second half.
And interesting, you know, the
Firebird flap, I believe that's called.
Yeah. So they let that go, you know, and you remember a couple of weeks ago, a tremendous catch here in the end zone, and they got Lakota East for doing a very minor celebration, just getting up and kind of chest bumping each other. So the Firebirds put the ball in the end zone once again on the quarterback sneak. And now this is 27-0 as you see Wiles just rolls out and Reap just can't get there again.
Yeah, these 14 points for West in this half have come pretty quickly. Of course, they had the short field this time. Great catch by Remy on the other one. But Wiles with a perfect spin move there to get inside. Firebird flap and the touchdown there. East now down 27-0 and West in command. 10 minutes left in our game. See if East can muster something up on offense.
Got to try to work something positive here, right, Ken? I mean,
yeah, the last thing you want to do is hang your head,
right,
and feel sorry for yourself.
Right. I mean, this game is starting to get out of reach, but now it's all about building on something for next week, right? And so that's what I'd like to see the Lakota East Thunderhawks do here, and I'm sure the coaching staff is thinking that as well. That, all right, let's figure out a few things that we can clean up and get right here in these next 10 minutes, and take that momentum into next week's game. As there's a kick right down at the goal line. It's going to be returnable this time. By Ryder Hooks as he brings the ball forward. And he takes that out to about the 19-yard line. So just about a 19-yard return, not bad, as he took it on the goal line. And I like it. Trying to make something happen, maybe break something loose, get some momentum going. Didn't hurt his team, so good on number 24 there as they set up shop here now at the 19-yard line. Kitna underneath center, hands it off to Ryder, and he goes right back at it and gets knocked forward. And he's going to pick up about 8 yards on that carry.
Yeah, good first down run by Ryder Hooks, finds the hole. His offensive line opens it up for him. Puts the Hawks in a second and short situation, which they haven't had too many second and shorts. They've had some third and shorts. But Kitna under center this time with Hooks in the backfield. He gives
hands it off to Hooks again. He's looking for something in there.
Nowhere.
Just a big blob of bodies have been most of the night in these holes, right?
He's been
some heavy battles going on in the trenches there between the offense and defensive lines on both sides.
Davion McCoy there meets him and drags him down. They do give him forward progress for the first down, and Hooks looks a little beaten and battered there, limping a little bit around, but not going to come out. He's a tough kid.
So 9 minutes and ticking. Don't see the hurry up still, Ken. I still would just like to see something different, right? Mix it up. Get West thinking something, because, man, they're just coming downhill right now as there's
Kitna drops back, finds Neal on the right-hand side, but Neal has nowhere to go after the catch.
And big swarming tackles.
Grant Bierman meets him right away and just shoves him out of bounds.
And we're going to get a late flag here from the back judge. Throws a flag as there was some pushing and shoving here along the sidelines.
Could be against West.
I think so.
Elijah Davis doesn't like the explanation he heard, puts his hands up in frustration.
Dead ball, personal foul, defense number 5, 15 yards.
They're going to get Drew Minnick, and Coach Bolden getting the explanation there. He's not understanding why he thinks it's a live play, and the hit was made while the catch was still in motion here.
We'll see it on the replay, Ken. There's 5 and 87 blocking, and 5 just whips him to the ground on the sidelines there.
Throws the tight end P.J. McFarland to the ground.
Coach Bold not happy, but again, when he watches that on tomorrow morning, he'll understand.
West
there goes another flag.
And there's a flag again on West. They're going to get unsportsmanlike here?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that's going to be on the bench over there. And Coach Bolden not happy. He gets an extra 15 yards. You kind of afford that when you're up 27-0. So there's 30 yards in penalties for the Hawks, and you know, here's when you can build something positive, Ken, right? You just get 30 free yards. Now, you know, take this ball and punch it in the end zone and get off this goose egg and drive things forward here as throws into the flat for another 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, quick strike to Zion Neal, and Neal's just been a catching machine here.
Here's where I just get right back up to the ends, right back up to the line of scrimmage. West is a little frazzled right now after the 2 penalties. Hawks have an opportunity to just start snapping this ball. They could snap it right now. West isn't even ready, not even to the line, but they'll set things up. JT calls for the ball.
He's dropping back, and he finds Neal, and Neal is met right away and pummeled to the ground.
Yeah, West is just waiting for these plays, right?
Miles Bukhari there on the tackle, and wow, did they have a read on that play.
Yeah. So I said that they should have snapped that ball about 4 seconds earlier than that, because West was still not even set, and let him kind of get up to the line of scrimmage, and yeah, Miles just blew that thing up for a negative 3 yards. So split wide left, tight end goes in motion, JT in the shotgun. Kitna fakes the handoff. Here comes the blitz as the ball goes flying straight through, and number 5 with another hit there.
Just a little high there for McFarland.
So Minnick laying the wood out there everywhere he can. There comes, boy, that's just a mismatch to ask Ryder Hooks to try to block number 7 Elijah Davis on that, but he did the best he can and bought his quarterback enough time to get the ball out, but unsuccessful over to P.J. McFarland, as the Hawks are going to be forced to punt here.
All familiar territory.
I'd say West is going to come after it. What do you think?
There they come, and Sandhart just has to.
That ball went straight up, and it's going to come straight down.
I don't think that's more than a 10-yard punt there.
May not even be 6 yards.
So he's just compounding mistakes here.
Yep.
Yeah, West is going to take it over. They're going to give him to the 35. Generous, awfully generous spot there. So again, thanks to Westchester Cable Dave Royce, and Kenny Blonsky here in the booth. We are glad to be able to bring you this game streaming live on Roku and YouTube and local cable access, I believe. So fantastic night for football here. Half the Lakota community in the stadium. And what turned out to be a close first half has turned into a little bit of a blowout here.
Yeah, that 13-0 to halftime all of a sudden changed really quick here in the second half as this West offense finally opened up. And like you said, maybe the East defense just on the field a little too much, as there's another chance for an interception, and it's missed.
Tipped and caught.
And
Wiles with a strong throw, and that ball was caught by Trey Barnett. I don't know if East tipped that. That ball was kind of bouncing in the air a couple times.
We'll see here on the replay.
Yeah. Wiles with a big, strong play here. And that ball gets...
Nope, he just grabbed it.
Yeah, right through the...
Number 3 had a chance for the Hawks.
Yeah, Kellen Warren just couldn't quite deflect it enough.
Again, another play where we thought could be an interception ends up being a big play for West.
Yeah, West is now going with the big strikes down the field, which they didn't do in the first half.
Not only does he catch that, Kenny, he gets a few yards after that too. Is now 22.
Giovanni Wilson
starts to
some
feed.
space.
There goes another missed tackle, and he's going to scamper into the end zone.
Got a penalty flag. I believe this one's coming back for holding.
Holding offense. So that's a blessing in disguise for the Thunderhawks there, because he was scampering down this right-hand side. Not for sure where there's the holding right there on number 91. That kind of broke it open from the line of scrimmage, and big number 22 just runs away from our defense, Ken, there to the pylon.
Yeah, he cutting and juking a little bit, but just hard, straight hard running. So, you know, East defense fatigued here. They haven't lost any personnel.
Nope.
Hasn't knock on wood, hasn't been any injuries. But West just moving the ball on their quick strike plays right now.
So setting up shop here at about the 42-yard line. 4 goes in motion wide.
Wiles is going to keep it. He's going to throw to 4 on the outside.
I think he was looking for somebody at the water table back there, but
yeah, Giovanni Wilson there.
Interesting looking play there.
You know what I've been calling 22 Wilson? That's 22's Braden Johnson. So I apologize to those watching on the west side of town that every time I have said Wilson, I meant Braden Johnson. So apologies for that.
So this is going to bring up 2nd and 20. And the can now hear the West student section over there. They're pretty sure they're going to win at 27-0, and I'm pretty sure they might this late in the 4th quarter. As we see another stoppage of play here. And I think we got some more laundry.
Timeout for equipment.
Equipment timeout here.
Timeout for equipment. Not too for sure on that one. I think I would have asked for that when I was getting my contact put in if I was JT. Timeout for equipment.
So Wiles again in shotgun, empty backfield for West. 2nd and 20.
Not too for sure what the long decision is by the O coordinator over there, but snap, quick throw, right off the line of scrimmage, and a lot of pushing. The pile.
Yeah, just a simple little out pattern there.
West is going to gain about 4 positive yards out of that.
Reese Mason with the quick catch and dive forward.
I'm kind of surprised West is throwing the ball here, right? With the time, with under 6 minutes, they got 2 big backs. I think I would just be running and letting 40, 50 seconds off of each play here.
See the West Red Sea student section with their cell phones out, doing a little wave dance there. So Wiles in the backfield there. He's got Johnson flanked next to him.
Comes through, lets him come through. I think that ball hit the ground.
Incomplete pass.
Looks like they had a screenplay set up there. Again, interesting play calling here right now by the West. We see the coaches here next to the booth to us, but up 27-0. Some interesting plays they're throwing around here, and then maybe they're looking at this as something to just work on some things they don't get a chance to work on. I don't know, but it'll bring up 4th and 16 now, and they're going to try a field goal.
Field goal unit's coming out.
They're going to try a field goal. 55-yard field goal. 55-yarder. I'm going to have to watch this one closely as he goes up, kicks it. It's away, and it's short. And
Can't run it out from the end zone in high school. College, you could do that, reminiscent of the Alabama-Auburn kick six game.
Not too for sure why Carter Jones was down there. I guess maybe if it was short.
Yeah, if it's short of the goal line, you could certainly run it out if you wanted to.
But just made the goal line, so he had about 40-something yards into that.
Yeah, why not?
Came up about 11, 12 yards short. So we talked about he hit a 41-yarder last week against Oak Hill, so he'd have been close to that range if he was at the 41 yard mark out.
With the wind as well.
But 55 yards out, that was a heck of a
kid defines Vogel.
But hey, why not, right?
Of 6.
When you're up
and you're going with the wind.
20 up 27-0. Let's why not try it?
The wind actually died down during that kick. It had been blowing pretty strong, but look at that. We've got a flag on the field, holding on offense. And that young man in the stripes has gotten more camera time than anyone else, I believe, in this broadcast.
Yeah, the head referee is the star of the show tonight.
So East digging themselves in a deeper hole than they're already in. 1st and 20, 5 minutes left. And it's looking dismal here.
Yeah,
Getting under center. He's going to...
Again, I would just like to see him work on something that they can be positive and take into next week.
Hand off to Hooks.
There's going to be some more laundry right there.
He was brought down way after he was
out of bounds.
So Hawks are going to be the beneficiary for 15 yards.
15.
Number 2. 15 yards in the run.
So it wasn't a laid it out of bounds, but rather he grabbed him.
Probably could have gave him both here. So he's got the mask and he's well beyond the black when he's still dragging him down.
So it gives the Hawks at least some breathing room. Out to the 32-yard line.
So Miles with the penalty there for West. And that gives West some breathing room. And again, Ken, I'd just like to see him work on some stuff here that's positive that they can take into next week. As there goes Ryder Hooks with a big run on the left-hand side. He's trying to break one more tackle and get into the open, but he's going to get about 12 yards or 13 out of that for a first down.
Yeah, Ryder Hook's best carry of the evening finds a seam on the outside. He did run about 20 yards to gain 12, but it's enough for the first down, and Hawks are going to get to the line quickly. Neal on the right, Vogelman on the left.
And this is what I'd like to see him started to do at the end of the third quarter, right? Go into some type of hurry up, get things mixed up, get things moving. Just try to get something positive going as he hands back off to Ryder Hooks. He finds another seam. And a lot of chippiness going on out there right now. But like you said, it's an East-West rivalry game.
Yeah, it's kind of a friendly chippiness. You know, you've got players who may live in the same neighborhood, who maybe played other sports together, maybe played pee-wee football growing up together, baseball, club baseball, select basketball playing against each other, and a lot of jaunting going on, friendly jaunting, but they both really want to win this game. So Kidna under center again. Neal goes in motion. Takes the snap.
Looks like a busted play there as JT gets out somehow and just gets rid of the ball, throws it towards Vogelman away just to avoid the sack as JT was doing some ballerina moves back there to get out of there.
Thank you.
3rd and 7
as
there
now
for
the Hawks huddle up with the stoppage of play on the incomplete pass. So
I think their O-line just needs a little breather there. Going full steam ahead.
West showing blitz, hands it off to Ryder Hooks, and he runs right into a sea of white over there. And he's going to lose a couple of yards on that play and bring up 4th down. So 3rd and 7, the Firebirds dial up the blitz, and unfortunately the Hawks ran right into it. So we're going to leave the offense out there, Ken, on 4th and 10. And don't blame him. Got to do something here. As JT is in the shotgun. Clock is running. Play clock starting to wind down here to 3 seconds. He's got to get it off here.
They do snap it.
And hands it off to Ryder Hook. And still know about that kind of calling 4th and 10 to hand the ball off, right? You got to throw the ball downfield and hope to get a first down there, right? Or a penalty, another penalty to make it a first down. I know punting hasn't been our strong suit tonight, so I get that, but I'm not too for sure about handing it off on 4th and 10, but
no, it's interesting play call when you need to get upfield. So 2.5 minutes left here, and West.
So West not pulling any starters out here. I can tell you that they are lined up 3 wide, right towards us. Wow's in the backfield there, hands it off to big number 20. 9 this time. That's who is that? Atkins, the running back now. Fresh set of legs in there.
Yeah, you got Atkins there. You got the new quarterback, I believe, right?
So
for West, is that Nolan Parker into the game for West?
Yes, it is. So Nolan Parker and Atkins in. So West does make a change there at the quarterback and the running back. Don't blame them. And number 18 swings around with the ball.
That's going to be Tyson Davis, who comes around on the inside handoff.
Tyson gets positive yardage, and West just continues to move the ball here. Tyson Davis gets, I think, his first handoff for the night. So looks like Coach Bolden did change out some personnel and getting some of the B squad in there. But right now they're still moving the ball against the Hawks as number 29 tries to go into the line of scrimmage, and the Hawks push him back, and we'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and short for West. You know, West, they came to play in the second half. I don't know if it's necessarily halftime adjustments, but
I don't know.
A couple big plays, great catch by Remy there, and just strong running by Johnson and by Gonzalez. Just too much for the Hawks here in the second half. Hawks felt like they were in the game at halftime. Were containing West pretty well. No offensive touchdowns in the first half, but West
definitely agree, Ken. Something changed on at the halftime there, and
that's gonna
as the West Firebirds came out rolling, and they just rolled right into the end zone again here.
Yeah, that's Tyson Davis, sophomore, listed him as a receiver. He was a running back on that play, but we're going to have a running clock here for the final minute of this game.
You'll see here in the replay, just nobody close to him wanting to tackle. I mean, just a lot of reaching, and now it's going to be 34-0.
West playing with a lot of passion, and the bucket is good.
So now we're at the exact 1 minute mark here left in the contest, and things just aren't looking good for the Hawks here, down 34-0.
So East again at home next week, facing Oak Hills. Oak Hills with a 2-4 record in the conference, 2-5 overall, and West has Mason at home.
Yep.
Mason 4-2, just below West in the standings, 4-3 overall.
So Mason gets a double dose of Lakota East, and then Lakota West right behind it. And
so
East ends the season over there with Mason. So, and next weekend, or next Friday night, is senior night for the football team here at the Hawks Nest. So I encourage everybody to come out for that.
We will not be doing the broadcast. Westchester Cable will be doing the game at West, I believe, next week.
So you can tune in and see the Firebirds over there playing Mason.
And with the clock running East is going to have time for maybe a play, maybe two, probably one if that, and I would imagine they're just going to run the ball and be content talking about this one, watching the film tomorrow, and seeing what they can correct and apply toward their next one.
Ken, I just want to shout out again to our crew. Another great season. Appreciate you being in the booth with me as always. It's a blast being up here with you, and enjoy doing these games with you.
Likewise.
And another season, can't believe is almost over here for Friday Night Lights here at Lakota East High School.
And these Hawks are young, Dave. You know, these Hawks, Kitten is a junior, Hooks is a sophomore. So you've got your skill players that are coming back. Vogelman, I believe,
is a senior.
Graduating starting skill player. And why not, Dave? Let's have another flag here with 12 seconds left to end this game.
You're right. They're young on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense, right? As you know, the Hawks will have their day to come, and a new program under Coach Kittner, and hats off to him and what he's doing. The scoreboards don't always show that, but we end here at Lakota East 34-0. It's been a great time. This is Dave Royce, Ken Yablonsky from the booth. We'll see you next year. Thanks.